I'm better now. Hello and welcome to day one of Vlog Every Day in April. Oh God, what have I gotten myself into? A lot of you responded to my video about the importance of having good educators by telling me about some of the good educators that you had yourselves. And so I present to you the top 11 best public school teachers that I had. Why top 11? Because I like to watch the Nostalgia Critic. Number 11, Mrs. Rath, elementary music, grades 1 through 4. I didn't realize what a fantastic teacher she was until actually just a few years ago. As far as music education was concerned in the early 90s, Mrs. Rath was pretty well ahead of her time. A lot of my basic knowledge of music came from her, and so it's entirely possible that had I not had her as a music teacher in elementary school, I would not be studying music today. Number 10, Mr. Hayden, 7th grade health and phys ed. This was a phys ed teacher who actually understood the purpose behind physical education. What Mr. Hayden taught me in that 1 year of phys ed that I took from him was how to best take care of my body. I didn't have to be the absolute best physically at everything. Number 9, Mr. Mack, high school geometry, trig, and calculus. You've got to be a pretty damn good teacher to make high school kids understand calculus. And he had ways of breaking everything down so that it seemed easy. Number 8, Miss Taylor, high school algebra. This was another incredibly intelligent teacher, so intelligent that she really should have been teaching at the college level, but chose to teach at the high school level, which is fabulous. We should have more people who can teach college students teaching high school and middle students. Number 7, Mrs. Single, high school biology. Mrs. Single pretty much defied the idea that lecture equals boring. She lectured in an incredibly engaging way. So much so that I actually considered going into biology rather than music. Number 6, Mr. Williams, 6th grade. 6th graders were in charge of the announcements, and basically what we did it like a newscast. And there were also special features, one of which was science experiments. And during 6th grade, he gave me free reign over the science experiments for that program, which gave me a certain degree of status in the school and also kind of a level of responsibility that I hadn't really had before. Number 5, Mr. Yoakum, 7th grade math. When I struggled with math, I usually got pretty frustrated, and Mr. Yoakum could tell when I was getting frustrated, and he knew when to take me aside, give me a break, send me away for a little while without making me feel like I was being punished for anything. He really understood his students, which is an excellent trait in teachers. Number 4, Mrs. Hamilton, 7th grade science and reading. In addition to introducing me to some pretty good literature, Mrs. Hamilton also introduced me to some pretty creative mnemonics, which helped me remember, among other things, Newton's 3 laws of motion. Number 3, Mr. Swanberg, 3rd grade. Not only did he make learning interesting, but he really encouraged creativity in the classroom. Like, one of our major projects was collecting milk jugs and building an igloo right in the middle of the classroom. Like, how cool is that? Number 2, Mrs. Kaufman, 8th grade English and reading. She was really into writing, and creative writing in particular. She encouraged me to continue writing, which is probably one of the major reasons why I'm still writing. And finally, the number 1 best, most influential teacher from my childhood, Mr. Taylor, 8th grade and high school band. I think it's pretty safe to say that Mr. Taylor is the reason why I chose to be a band director. He tries to see the good in every single student, no matter how hard it might be to find. Even if you never had him as a band director, you know the man, you like the man, and you respect the man. And those are my top 11 most influential teachers from my childhood. I welcome you all to tell me some of yours. And until tomorrow, this is Matt Guyan saying, 1 down, 29 to go. See ya.